Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot Goldberg, here to talk about issues with attention deficit disorder, and very often I'm asked about sex differences in the diagnosis and in how it presents itself. And when I was beginning my training, everybody was taught that ADHD is much more common in boys than in girls by a ratio of 5 to 1 or something, and I'm not sure that's true. I think they manifest themselves a little differently. There is kids who are hyperactive, impulsive, aggressive, and have the short attention span and distractible, and then there's the inattentive type, which is the main symptom is that they're actually quiet, not so fidgety, but they're just out there daydreaming like that. And that's more common in girls, I think, and the hyperactive, impulsive type is more common in boys, and that's an advantage for boys because they get picked up earlier. When they're aggressive and hyperactive in kindergarten or first grade, the red flag, everybody sees it, it's out there, and they're more likely to get help. On the other hand, girls will be sitting quietly in class, not bothering anybody, may have a very neat handwriting, and the teacher doesn't even know she's daydreaming, and they get marginal grades, and everybody they just plug along because they're not presenting as a problem. And I've seen very often girls who meet their teens and they're about ready to go into college or find a career, and with the and they think of themselves, their self-images, that I'm just stupid, and it's far from the truth. And when you do an evaluation and you realize that they've been just going through, not paying attention, not getting their work done, reading things and not understanding it, not because they don't understand it, but because they haven't been attentive to what they're reading. It's a whole new revelation for them, and they almost have a whole new life presented to them in terms of looking back at the story of their life, and instead of looking at themselves as failures, they can now see themselves as actually heroes, that they actually managed to marginally get by even though they had an invisible handicap. And just pointing this out to them is so therapeutic in terms of rewriting their story. And then you treat them, and all of a sudden they're out there in tops of their class in college, and you've given them a whole new life.